Depression.
Depression.
Do I suffer? Not that I know of. I know I do like get nervous.
No.
Yes.
No.
I don't.
Not as of right now, I do not know, but the last time I was with my therapist, she recommended I continue because I could show a symptom of an anxiety disorder.
Oh! Get that education, bruh! Get that education, bruh! Hell yeah!
Sometimes I use memes because, like, I don't know, it's just, memes is kind of like a way of saying, yeah, I relate to that. I'm not the only one.
No. I guess so, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what kind?
Just laughing ones again? Like roasting ones?
Roasting ones? Yeah.
Any kind. Even kind that make fun of depression and anxiety. It makes me laugh at myself and at the meme.
What kind of memes do you use on a daily basis?
Only the worst kind. Like honestly, the worst kind. I like to feel things that I don't actually feel, so I feel relatable. So I live them a little bit by not living them at all.
Self-deprecating?
Yes.
No. I use any and all memes.
So,
I do, yeah. You do? I feel like that helps a lot. I don't know, it's not relatable, but I feel like I do use that a lot.
Yeah, as a way to like cheer up, you might say. Yes, I do.
The World Health Organization states 1 in 3 individuals globally suffers from anxiety. Anxiety disorders develop from a complex set of risk factors. This includes genetics, brain chemistry, personality, and life events.
Sometimes the world looks perfect. Nothing.
It is not uncommon for someone with anxiety disorders to also suffer from depression or vice versa.
Anxiety disorders are highly treatable, yet only 39.9% suffering from it receive treatment. Nearly 36% of the people with social anxiety disorder report experiencing symptoms 10 or more years before seeking the treatment they need. In addition, GAD, generalized anxiety disorder, affects 6.8 million adults. Worldwide, 2.7% of those adults live in the United States. Social anxiety affects 15 million adults. 6.8% are among the US population.
Anxiety can be the top presenting concern among 41.6% of college students. An average of 24.5% will take psychotropic medications. Experiencing feelings of stress levels with anxiety does not necessarily mean that you have anxiety disorder. For instance, it affects your ability to function, as well as causing immense amount of stress and fear.
We all die. You either kill yourself or get killed.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Reports show that 21% of counseling centers will have students who present severe mental health concerns.
However, 40% will present with mild health concerns. Students today are dealing with 3 conditions such as anxiety, stress, and depression. Anxiety being one of the most common, leading with 48.2%.
I have crippling depression.
Followed by stress coming in at 39.1%, and lastly depression with 34.5%. 21% of the students have been violent due to mental health issues. Several campuses offer mental health services, but 25% unfortunately don't offer and have resources available. We will now take a closer look at college students who are dealing with or dealt with mental health issues.
My name is Sebastian and I'm 22 years old. Mild anxiety.
Yes, I do have anxiety. I have been diagnosed. I have generalized and hypochondria as well as ADD. And it usually happens often, but every other few days I get very anxious or I just start overthinking too much.
My name is Ruth Wooten. I still do sometimes, but it's not as bad as when I was like younger. When I was younger, it was like bad to the point where I would hate to leave my room. It was crazy.
My name is Yarita Bejarano. I am 21 years old. I don't have anxiety. It really doesn't affect me too much. Like a lot of people that don't suffer from diagnosed anxiety, I just have anxious feelings from time to time. Just depending on the situation, where I am, what I'm doing. Right now, I'm a little bit anxious because there's like 2 cameras on me.
Yes, I do. And as far as how I feel, I would say definitely it's very, to me, just crushing. And as often as it happens, maybe once or twice a month, it's gotten better over the years. When I was younger, it used to happen a lot, and especially after the death of my father. It feels like the world is caving in around me, and I just need to get away.
Yes. This anxiety and depression.
I feel like both can attribute to that. Like, definitely I get some things from my mom's side. Like, definitely there's some things in this generation affecting like teens and college students, like the increasing pressure of like going to classes and then trying to get a job and balance all these things together.
Yes, quite a few of my family members have anxiety as well as other mental issues, but we all have our quirks, don't we? And as far as it being generational, I'm not one to say, because normally if you look back with people who have anxiety, no matter who they are, they have family members who have different mental issues that play into anxiety.
Not that I know of. But I think things like anxiety and sometimes depression can just be case by case. How people live or like what they experienced growing up.
My father and my father's mother, so it's been down from 2 generations.
Okay.
From my grandma to my dad to me.
No, my dad has depression and my mom has anger issues, but that's just because of their past experiences. But overall, I think it's a generational issue as well. I just feel as if it's something that we all need to come together and work for, and mental health is something that everybody should look at, like take a double take.
So I've seen anxiety, I know what it is, and that's kind of how I know personally that I don't have anxiety. You know, I haven't gone to a doctor saying, hey, I get anxious sometimes, is this and this, but I know I don't have anxiety. And I've noticed a lot that a ton of my friends have anxiety and depression and just in general suffer from mental issues. I do kind of feel like it's a generational thing to a point. Like, obviously genetics has something to do with it. It does get passed down.
Being by myself for a bit and listening to music helps me a lot.
I don't. Wait, hold on, let me think about that.
Okay. In the past, I used to just squeeze onto a walk and as tight as I can, and that didn't work anymore, so I listen to music, and once that doesn't work, I take my medicine. My medicine is called IV Boost Balloon, and those usually help me out sometimes.
One thing I do is if there's a sink around, I'll put my hands under cold or warm water. I know that sounds really weird, but trust me, it helps me a lot. I clean. My room is like 100% clean. Or I just try talking to people, bursting out my bubble, going outside, nature, all that good stuff. I stay away from the internet though.
I tend to just tell myself to calm down. That's about it. I just breathe and tell myself, you're gonna embarrass yourself if you start shaking violently and your voice shakes, and then, you know, that's kind of like, it's usually when I'm presenting that I get anxious, and I'm like, all right, calm down, you know, be cool, make a joke. If they laugh, you'll feel calm.
And just remember, no one will ever be able to hate you more than you already hate yourself.
I just deal with it. I just push through whatever I'm doing. It's not crippling, it's very mild.
Well, I used to punch a punching bag, but that, I don't got one, I broke it, so, you know, good for me. And, now I either spend time with people I really care about, or I write. I love writing, it doesn't matter what it is, short stories, poems, songs, more to my book. It's soothing. Listening to music and just overall spending time with those I care about that are closest to me really calms me down.
I think people need to stop romanticizing mental illness. It shouldn't be stigmatized and it shouldn't be romanticized. A lot of people are ashamed and feel like they're weak talking about it. I don't think you should feel weak. Trying to get help is not weak. In fact, it takes strength to get past your ego to go and seek help from others.
It really affects me now. Like while I'm talking right now, I feel a little anxious, but you just gotta keep pushing through it, because if you don't do that, you're not really living, are you?
Why are you recording each other?
You know what? We love ourselves here.
Well, I don't love any of you.